Hey Facebook! So if this is the first time you've ever been on a video with me, you know you have got to forgive me and the crazy hair. I'm glad that Facebook Live doesn't allow you to smell me, because I am fresh from the gym this morning, out doing chores in the rain and the muck on the farm, and hi, I'm Michelle, and real deal, real life. I wanted to pop on here today because so often I've been talking with friends over the last couple weeks and over the holiday that everybody is excited for the new year. You know, they are ready to rock and roll, dive in, new goals, new you, get it done, right? 2019, best ever. And hey, I'm feeling that too, but I'm bringing to it something a little bit different this year. I have been digging and looking hard at my failures in life. I have them. I have a stack of them. And I have a bunch of friends that are real open with me about theirs too. And so I had to look real hard at this like try harder concept. Have you ever had that feeling? And it tends to come from our own mind. I don't feel like our friends and family will tell us this, but we feel this way a lot. Like we get into our personal health goals, our fitness goals, our work goals, finances, any of that stuff. And we put together a really good strategy. We see what we failed with in the past, we look forward, we get new info, and we like dive in to move forward with a good strategy. But sometimes we end up stuck in that loop of action, failure, and we don't break out of that breakdown. It's almost like, what do they call it? An endless loop, a coding loop for software. You have this breakdown loop that happens in your life because you do the strategy and you fail and you figure the strategy must have been fine. I'm the failure. Well, I got to be the first, if not, maybe I'm not the first, but let me tell you again, failure is a process, not a person. So it can't be you. What it really is sometimes we need to break it down, and then break through. So when you have this strategy for a new goal that you're attacking, there's 3 things to it. We've got to learn, that's part of the strategy, but we got to break it down even more. Learn, act, fail, repeat. And if you find yourself acting, failing, we're skipping the learn step. We didn't go back and break it down like, how did we get here? It's okay to fail. It's actually beneficial to fail, but your process needs to be evaluated. You need to see what you're missing. Sometimes that requires a third party. I can't tell you how much it helps me to bounce ideas off of a friend or people that are further down the journey than I am. And I gotta tell you, hey Brenda, I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I just want to get on here and tell you, try harder is not a strategy. A lot of people's goal is the same as it was last year. Their strategy is the same as it was last year. The only thing they think they're going to change is they're going to try harder at doing it. My consistency was bad, so I'm going to try harder. Brandon, I love you. Give your wife a big hug. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. So I wanted to pop on here today. Kids are sleeping. I got some more chores to still hop out and do. And like I said, forgive the crazy hair, girl been to the gym, getting stuff done today. But I gotta tell you, I keep hearing that people want to try harder. They want to push more. That they were the failure. Failure is not a person. It's a process. The process of moving the needle forward, because I don't know how many of you are like me. I would have a goal of losing weight. I'd lose weight and then I'd be mad at everything that took me to do that. And I would be like, well, I should be able to live my life with a little more freedom, and I'd gain it back and I'd add some. I've done that with finances. I've done that with my personal joy. There are some potholes to progress and moving forward. No matter what your goals are, it's the same kind of mix and recipe. You have to learn, you have to act, And guys, we have to fail, but we have to go back to the learning piece. And each of those, we can break it down even more. And I've talked about this before. And if you have questions, message me. I am more than willing to listen to what you've got going on, because it all breaks into this same thing. If we can break our breakdown apart, break it down into little pieces, and have a breakthrough, find a bite-sized chunk that we can move forward next time, you're not going to be in that endless loop that, act, fail, act, fail, act, fail. And sometimes we feel like we understand why we fail, but we too often think it was us, that we failed. We didn't try harder. So I want to challenge you to throw that in the trash. I want you to look at 2019 and go, what do I need to know that I don't know? Because I gotta tell you, if you're stuck in that loop, that time warp, you're just not knowing something that you needed to know. I know things now about my health, my weight, my mental health, strategy, how to approach this, break down habits. There are so many pieces that have been in my journey that if I look back to years ago when I felt like I'd tried everything, my hope was empty, things had run me over, I was broken. My breakthrough came from taking a small step forward. Even if it was just a deep breath and realizing that if I survived a little more, I could learn more to do something else. And in my life, this has just grown in a really big way. So I know you have got it in you. A lot of you already have good strategies, but you don't have the mindset to push it forward. Or maybe your body is lacking the support it needs health-wise, supplement-wise. Maybe there are so many pieces to this ball, but I would put it out there that if there are 5 things that it takes to move forward, you probably know 3, if not 4 of them, and you're just missing that one little bitty piece. And it's not push harder. It's not try harder. That teeny bit that takes you from brr to whoa, it is not a mile, guys. It is less than an inch. It's some little tweak that needs to be made, because you are a smart person. You have heart. You have drive. A lot of you have been through the mud and the muck. It's where I found my tips. It's where I found my tricks. It's how I got forward. I dug in. I looked hard at what I was going through, and I'm using it to move the needle forward. I made a big decision here recently that it was worth it. Not just for myself, but for my family, for my friends, and for the people that it can make a lasting change in their life. Just breaking through. God put it in my life, and I'm trusting. So here's the thing. If your plan next year looks a lot like your plan last year, and it has try harder written anywhere on it, then we need to talk. Or you need to break it down on your own, find a good mirror, find somebody that will help you look into this. But I'm excited. I am raring to go. And if you want my help to do it, I'm down. I have lots of ideas. I have lots of resources. Some of them are free. Some of them require you to invest in yourself. And I think you're worth it. I think your dreams are worth it. I think there's a purpose in your life that only you can do. There is other people that only you will ever able to be reached. You're special. And I need you to know it so that you can lay down that guilt and that feeling of failure. Because failure, like I said, it's a process. It's not you. God made you in a special way, and you've got special things to do. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I've got to get some more mom chores done before babies wake up, and have a great week. We only have a little bit left of 2018, so don't give up on it. There may be something special that happens before the end of the year for you, and 2019 just becomes the icing on the cake. Love you guys. Talk to you later.